I'm still on, but if you get ready to go, just pay the bill. So.
No, I would know do not be.
Okay.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, we're good.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in open session now after convening an executive session to discuss the hiring of a new town attorney. So we'll now ask the board to make a motion. Hire our new town attorney. We're going to signify this by calling it candidate A and candidate B. After the decision is made, then it give me an opportunity to call both candidates, and then we will announce the names in public for the public to hear. So what be the pleasure of the board?
Mayor, I will make a motion to extend employment to candidate A with the condition that the mayor and town administrator work through all legal, employment, and contractual obligations.
Second.
Sound about right?
Okay, it's been properly motioned and seconded to extend offer of employment for the town mayor and town administrator to draw up a contract, get the approval of the board, and then make the official offer. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Candidate A will receive a tentative offer.
Oh, y'all got one. I stopped the video.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
You muted, sir.
Dang, I said all that. We're now moving to paragraph 3 action items. Item B, the Christmas tree lighting. And we just want to get an official decision by the board if we want to go forward with the Christmas tree lighting to set up the chairs and obvious social distancing in the farmer's market field facing back to the Christmas tree, the holiday tree, whatever you want to call it, and do the lighting as normal on the first Sunday in December.
Mr. Mayor, what was the event that we had? Was that a Veterans Day? What was the event that we had in the past few months where you spoke, Councilman Ballman spoke, Brigadier General
Beagle
spoke?
That was the Purple Heart ceremony.
Yes, I would actually prefer to see an event set up like that. With kind of beside the tree and the official presentation and whatnot on the porch of Town Hall.
Right, and that's how we do the tree lighting normally.
But we could do that with efficient, I think, enough space.
Right, but you'll have 10 times the size of the crowd at the tree lighting than you did at that Purple Heart event. Okay, worst case. We had enough to space out that smaller event with about 50 attendees, but if you have 400.
Could we not use the field as overflow?
You could, sure. We could set it up in both locations. We could do that.
I make a motion, we approve the tree lighting and just have the town work the details out.
Okay,
I second.
that's fair. It's been motioned and seconded to approve the tree lighting, and the scheme of maneuver will be discussed at a later date. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. We will have the Christmas tree lighting. And please be thinking about who we want to nominate to go flip the switch.
Hey, Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead.
just this, quick on that. We still got to bring in, Cam on that.
Well, that's for we were going to do him for the parade.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Minute not to do the parade, we'll ask him to do the tree lighting.
Yes.
Or if we do the parade, we'll get somebody else to do the tree lighting. But okay, moving to. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, can I make one comment?
Go ahead.
Christmas tree lighting, I applied to the Department of Commerce for a waiver and it was granted.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hasselrock.
And Mr. Mayor, if I may throw in just my 2 cents, just 2 comments from one from former Mayor Ross, just public comment on just be careful with the kids and Santa Claus with COVID. The second was from the chamber saying the chamber will be glad to participate and the tree lighting, Christmas parade, and the Veterans Day parade if needed.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, action items. Again, the last action item tonight, the Christmas parade. Many of you have been CC'd on all the email traffic from Miss Lois and the church and the Knights of Columbus. And their concern was there wasn't going to be a large turnout. The fact that I've asked them to extend the route would have us crossing a railroad track at McLean Road, but I wanted more property to have people be able to spread out. So the last report I received, I think Mr. Brock was talking to me about it earlier. There's about 25% of the number of floats from the past have said they would do it. Of course, we have about 45 floats who've done it in the past have not responded yet, one way or another. So we just need to discuss, if you vote today and it's only 25 floats, is that acceptable to you? Or should we move it to another date? And I recommended, just off the top of my head, Easter. It still has a religious context to it for the parade. Why not move it? Now, obviously, if you do a parade, either now or later, there will be no handing out candy this year. There'll be no hugging kids and shaking Santa's hand and touching people. And people would be spread out more than they normally do on the route. Hence, we have to extend the route to give people more opportunity to spread out. So my concept was start in the park, line up everybody around Alvina Haygood all the way around the manor, and then they go out McLean Gate, go across the tracks, which we would know the schedule of the train ahead of time. And plus you can stop, you'd have somebody there. So even if a train was coming on schedule, you could stop the parade right there and not let, obviously people go. We would let the floats know that they'd have to be able to transgress a railroad track. So you can't have a low trailer. You'd have to have a tall one. So we take the necessary steps to increase that, go all the way around, come down Blythewood Road, then come back Langford Road, or go all the way back down to McLean and come back in the way you went out. So that would be the smart way to do it, extend the route, give people more opportunity. So what say you, council members? And the options are, go ahead. Oh, we can't hear you, Eddie, if you're talking.
Hey, I don't want to be a killjoy or anything, but with these COVID numbers going up daily, I'm all for putting it off to Easter. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I can ride with you on that, Eddie. The numbers are on a slight increase right now. And I honestly don't believe that the Department of Commerce will probably grant that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see them granting parades for that potential reason that you may have someone handing out candy and kids if they see Santa, they're going to want to go run up and touch Santa. So it might be some issues with that, but I agree. We need to be kind of mindful still that COVID, although we kind of think that it's relaxed, we're now entering flu season, and where you can really tell which is which. So we need to be mindful of that.
I'm all for kind of postponing it to Easter and to see what the numbers do. I mean, with these daily numbers going up, I really don't, like I said, want to be a killjoy. I don't want to be the killjoy, but I'm for postponing it.
Well, Councilman Ballman, I don't believe that you have to consider yourself a killjoy. I think the numbers speak for themselves. You surveyed 80 participants from last year, 25% responded, 75% didn't respond. I think you take the no responses as a no, and there were several other responses that were flat out no's. So, 25% participation does not a parade make, in my opinion. I wouldn't necessarily say we're going to do one for Easter. I would postpone it because we can't necessarily say that we're going to be any better 3-4 months from now, 5 months from now than we are now. So we don't know. I'm also in the same boat. I think that we would potentially have a very difficult time mandating distancing on a sidewalk, which is public property. So in the park, yes, those are assets that we own. Outside the park, I don't even know if we could enforce that, quite frankly. So I think that it would be in our best interest to, unfortunately, and heavy-heartedly postpone indefinitely the Christmas parade. And on that note, wish everybody happy Thanksgiving and Christmas that they spend with their family.
So, Mr. Mayor.
I was going to ask Griff real quick what he thought. You're on mute. Take yourself off mute.
I'm more to postponing it. Really, I've been one of the advocates of taking it slow all the time, and I don't really see rushing out there at this particular time. I understand it's Christmas and the whole 9 yards, but I also understand there's going to be kids, and kids going to be kids regardless. And you just don't want, if you're going to have that festivity, you at least want to let them have the festivity. Other than that, you're just wasting time trying to put on something. And for what purpose, I really don't know. So my suggestion would be to postpone it. And to be honest with you, not sure when we're gonna be able to do anything back with it. We just postpone it now, and as the years turn, we'll see what's gonna happen from there. Which was also, Mr. Mayor, gonna lead me into the other question, which is 5th and 6th rodeo. So what happened with the 5th and 6th?
Yeah, they got approval. They got approval from the Department of Commerce, so they're going forward,
Okay.
which is going to drive my decision. I don't think any of you are Grinches or bad-hearted or any of that. I'm just saying, we did a Purple Heart ceremony with COVID. We're doing a Veterans Day. I would support a parade. We're doing a tree lighting. I know they're different. Y'all are bringing a lot more kids out. But again, it would be an elective venture for people to come out. It's not mandatory. So people who didn't want to come, but that's just my say. Councilman Sloan Griffin, you were going to say something?
It seems like council is up for postponing it. So I will make a motion with a very heavy heart, because I would love for my little one to see the parade. But I would make that motion to postpone the parade and reevaluate for the Easter, as you stated, sir.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been properly motioned and seconded to cancel the parade on the second Sunday of December and look at rescheduling at a later time. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All no's, and I'm a no, because I wanted to have it. The ayes have it, and the motion to cancel is approved. All right, gentlemen, open citizen comment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cook, do you see anybody who would like to address the council?
Stand by here, let's see.
Or any council members who know of anybody? If anybody texted you, wrote you a note, called.
There, see none.
There's no further business, Mr. Mayor. I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay, I hear no open citizen comment, so we have a motion on the table to adjourn.
Second.
And probably motion is seconded to adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying